Welcome back to our Sunday School lesson. Today we're exploring a short but powerful parable Jesus told about God's immense love. It's the parable of the lost sheep, found in Luke chapter 15 verses 1 to 7. Let's dive in. First, let's understand the context. Jesus was often surrounded by tax collectors and sinners, people who weren't well liked by society. The religious leaders, known as Pharisees and teachers of the law, complained about this. They couldn't understand why Jesus would spend time with such people, so Jesus told them a story to show God's heart for everyone. Now the tax collectors and sinners were all gathering around to hear Jesus. But the Pharisees and the teachers of the law muttered, "This man welcomes sinners and eats with them." Luke chapter 15 verses 1 to 2 NIV. Now let's read the parable itself. Then Jesus told them this parable. Suppose one of you has 100 sheep and loses one of them. Doesn't he leave the 99 in the open country and go after the lost sheep until he finds it? And when he finds it, he joyfully puts it on his shoulders and goes home. Then he calls his friends and neighbors together and says, "Rejoice with me, I have found my lost sheep." I tell you that in the same way there will be more rejoicing in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous persons who do not need to repent. Luke chapter 15 verses 3 to 7 NIV. In this story, the shepherd represents God, and the sheep represent us, his people. Even though the shepherd already has 99 sheep safe and sound, he cares so deeply about the one that wandered off that he leaves the others behind to go find it. When he finds that one lost sheep, he's filled with joy and celebrates. Jesus uses this parable to show that God doesn't give up on anyone. Even if we feel far from God, he actively seeks us out. He's not satisfied with just having some of his children close. He wants all of us to be safe, loved, and cared for. So, what does this mean for us today? Maybe you felt lost, alone, or like you don't quite measure up. This parable reminds us that God values every single person. No one is too far gone for his love. He rejoices when even one person turns back to him. It also teaches us how we should treat others. Instead of looking down on people who might be struggling or living differently, we're called to show compassion. We can reflect God's love by caring for those who are lost, hurt, or feeling left out, and gently guiding them back to God's embrace. Think about your own life. Who might be feeling lost right now? Is there a friend or classmate who could use kindness and understanding? This week, let's remember that God's heart is always searching for the one who's missing, and let's do our part to share his love. Thank you for joining me today. If this lesson encouraged you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more Bible-based lessons. Let's remember that our God is a loving shepherd who celebrates every heart that finds its way back to him. Until next time, stay blessed and keep sharing God's love.